Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kisha. I blog every day at kjaggers.com. The link to my blog is below, just in case you want to visit, look around. It's there for you guys, so that link, like I said, is below. So I am back today with a few tips on how to have a more productive week. So for many of us here in the United States, school is back in, and it's not, easy because so many of us, have different schedules. Our weeks are jumbled up now, and our kids, at least in our house, have more stuff to do in the evenings. Soon we're going to be, setting those clocks back. We're going to be losing an hour. It's going to be getting darker sooner. So I thought I would share what's worked for me in the past on, getting more accomplished during a week. Now, for us, like I said, a lot of our kids are back in school, and, through the month of August here in the United States, kids go back at different times. So, I think at this point, all the kids are back in school, and all of our weeks are different and sometimes crazy and hectic, and it's just not easy all the time, and it's easy to get off track. It's easy to lose your motivation. It's easy just to go with the flow and get the bare necessities done and not really tackle anything that you've been really wanting to get done. So I'm hoping some of these tips will help. I would have been posting this on Monday or really Sunday, so it could be, watched before you start the week and maybe inspire you to make a few changes. But I had the What's Cooking vlog video up on Sunday, and I had the Day in the Life vlog up on Monday. So today feels like the best day to share this video with you guys. So I think it's important to note that there will be a lot of links within this video. I will be putting them below. I'll include them on the blog post, but as many of you guys know, a lot of times these videos go live, a little bit before the blog post does. So definitely check out my blog at kjaggers.com if you want, those links, if you don't find them in the down bar, but I'm sure they'll be there. So I think it's important to actually know that you can start your week before the week actually begins to prepare. Sunday evening is like a big night in our home for being productive. A productive week starts on Monday morning, as long as you've got a really good roadmap and a really good plan on how to get through that week and everything you want to get accomplished. Things will always pop up. They always will, you guys. But if you have a good plan in place, you should be able to tackle those even unexpected things popping into your schedule with ease. So I think, for many of us, if we have a roadmap, a plan, we can really do so much more during the week. It could be a simple to-do list. It could be a planner. And many of you guys know I love using my planners for weekly planning, for daily planning, really. And, I just write out my tasks, my to-dos, things I want to get done, and I simply check them off as I go. For some reason, to me, it's rewarding to check it off as I've completed each task. But I think it's important if you take 30 minutes or so on Sunday evening to sit down with your planner or your calendar, your family calendar, your planner, even a notebook, piece of paper, whatever you have, and figure out on Monday what you really want to get accomplished. If you're a stay-at-home wife and mom, that list could be never ending, and I get that. If you work outside the home, it could also be never ending because all that time is allotted to working outside the home, and you got to try to get those tasks done, sometime after work or before work. So I think it's important first to find something to plan with. It doesn't matter what it is. And get a good old-fashioned pencil or pen, and make sure if it's not a calendar, you write out every single day and the most important task first that you want to accomplish on each of those days. And I think if you aim for all of your serious tasks, the most important to be done by Thursday, on Friday you can really tackle anything that has popped up unexpectedly, and you can really focus on those. And it's worked out well for me. Most of the time, I don't let things really pop up too unscheduled. I roadmap everything pretty well, and it works great for me. I think routines are especially important in your everyday life, and we all have different routines. Some people's routines are very simple, some are very detailed. I have a morning routine. I feel like the morning routine, at least in our home, can be a little more laxed, only because my nighttime routine is so much better. And in my morning routine, I'm getting up and I'm getting cleaned up, I'm working out, I am working in my planner, I'm saying my prayers, I'm doing all of that kind of stuff in my morning routine. And you know, they can be changed to fit each person. Maybe your morning routine is just getting your kids to school and out of the door on time for school and getting to work on time. And that can be fine. Some morning routines, even for mothers and fathers who work outside the home, including, you know, sometimes getting dinner in the crock pot before they leave. Sometimes it's, you know, making sure their animals are fed in the morning before they leave. It's making sure that the garbage is out whatever morning that it's coming, is, you know, before you leave for work. Every morning routine is different for each person, but you have to find a routine that works for you, that is not too complicated, that you can breeze through and accomplish in the morning. I never like my mornings to be crazy. It's already crazy by default a lot of mornings with school and animals and working out and all that kind of stuff. It's already busy enough, I feel. So I try to keep my morning routine to a minimal. And again, the link to my morning routine will be below. I also think your nighttime routine is imperative. I think a nighttime routine takes care of so much. I posted my nighttime routine already. That link will be below. But what I find in my nighttime routine is getting prepared. It's getting prepared for the day ahead. Just like you're getting prepared for Sunday, for the rest of the week, I like getting prepared each night for the next morning. And you know, it's simple things, but I find them almost more important than my morning routine. It's making sure school forms and homework is done and laid out. It's making sure that laundry is tossed around, nothing is waiting around in the washer for me, mildewing or, you know, in the dryer wrinkling. It's making sure I toss laundry. It's getting each room picked up. 5 or 10 minutes in each room I'm in will keep it from becoming, you know, a really bad mess. The nighttime routine is important. I've seen some nighttime routines be 15 minutes. I've seen some be an hour. I don't think I would ever take an hour unless I just have a lot of free time to do a nighttime routine. When I start my nighttime routines, I start usually around dinner time. I'm starting to put the dishes away with Jackson. I'm starting to get things ready for the next day. I'm even making the coffee early and setting the timer. I get so much done in my nighttime routine, which is why my morning routines are easier. I do not want to chance or let anything go until morning. I don't want to look for my keys in the morning. I don't want to look for one of the kids' lost shoes in the morning. I want it all set up the night before so I don't have to worry about, you know, what I need to do in the morning as much. I think it's important, though, as stay-at-home wife and mom, stay-at-home dads, or even working parents, that you start early. I've never been a morning person. I actually have a video about how to get more sleep, and it talks a lot about that, and I will link that below. But getting a good night's rest is so important. You're never going to feel okay to get through those routines or all those tasks if you're exhausted. It's just not going to work. I actually was feeling fatigued so bad, I went to the doctor. I got on some new vitamins, and I do have a video coming up in the coming weeks about all that. But I really tackled my fatigue. I started getting to bed earlier, drinking less caffeine in the afternoon, cutting a little bit back on my sugar. I still got a long way to go on that, though, and really working hard at being able to go to sleep so I can get up and get more done. Again, those daylight hours are going to switch on us, you guys. We're going to have less daytime hours, and I don't know about you, but for me, once that sun sets, it's harder to find motivation. I definitely can speed through getting my nighttime routine done, but putting tasks off till night, just always fails for me, because by the time that sun sets, no matter if it's early or late, I feel like it's time to start slowing down. So I always want to try my best to get as much done as early as I can. I think you need to put your personal stuff first in the mornings, just like I shared in my morning routine. Get up and get on that treadmill or do some exercise, because that exercise is going to give you energy. I never believed that. I thought it was a bunch of crap. But the more I walk on the treadmill or run, the more energy I'm getting. It doesn't necessarily come as soon as I get off the treadmill. I'm still a little hot, a little out of breath, a little tired, want a cold shower, but it does power you through. So if you can get a little bit of exercise in that early morning, that would really help. I'm sure, I really believe it would. I would never say that. I also like to eat a quick breakfast in the mornings. Some of us are eating with our kids. Some of us need to get up a little bit earlier and eat on our own. I like a simple grapefruit breakfast. I have lots of different smoothies and that I've had for breakfast before. Sometimes I like an egg. I do have a broiled grapefruit breakfast that I love a lot, and it's so easy to make. I will also link that below, just in case you're interested in checking that out. But I think it's important that you wake up early and you get your personal stuff done. Prayers, shower, a quick workout, maybe just some meditation time, whatever you need. You know, some of us are single. I know not everybody watching my videos has a family. I get that. If you're single, get up and work out in the morning. You're going to feel so much better because of it, and it's going to help you get more done through the week. If you don't have kids and crazy stuff to take care of in the morning, devote more time to yourself. If you do have kids, schedule in just a little bit of time. Sometimes, you know, working out after the kids go to school is optimal, and I get that. But just getting a little exercise in should give you some extra power through the day. It should help. I also think that throughout the day, throughout the week, it's important to really try to multitask less and to get one task done at a time. I think, you know, so many of us are trying to do laundry, and we're trying to, you know, vacuum, and we're trying to do all this stuff around the house at the same time. I'm guilty of it myself. There's many times I'm cooking dinner, I'm getting dishes done, and some of that multitasking works. But a lot of times, if you focus just on one task, you will get that task done quicker and better. So remember that. Don't lose sight of the one task in that particular moment you're trying to work on. If you go to reorganize a shelf or a closet, don't get carried away and start in another closet. Finish that one closet first. If you got a job at work that requires you to do, you know, 1,000 emails that you got to send out or whatever, accomplish that all in one setting, and you'll get done faster, you'll get it done better, and, you know, you won't be so scatterbrained on everything you got going on around you. I think it's okay to learn to say no. I was terrible at this, really. People would say, would you do this for me? And I would say, yes. Will you be here? Yes. But I got so tired and burnt out from all that. I say no all the time now. No is like my standard answer. You can ask my husband. It's no, no, no. I do not want to give too much of myself out. My primary focus in my life is my children, my husband, my family, my animals, and I feel like the more I say yes to other people, the more I say no to them. So I do my very best to only say yes to things that I really want to do. And that even includes stuff like blogging. Because how many of us say yes to this and that, and we'll host this, we'll give away that, we'll do this review, yet we beat ourselves up trying to get that done. It's not really done up to really high standards because, you know, we're rushing through it. So I really think it's okay to take a step back, take a deep breath, and do one thing at a time and learn to say no. It's okay. You don't have to say yes to every invitation that pops in. You don't have to say yes to every wedding invite or anything like that. You can, you know, make your own schedule, and don't be ashamed to say, you know what, this is family time. This is family day, and I wish I could go out with you, but I'm really going to spend it with my family instead. So I think making time for your for yourself. Your family should come first, and everything else should get a back burner. And, only accept things you're really passionate about or things you really feel like you need to do or want to do. I think through Fly Lady, which is a wonderful community of women who support each other and try to get their houses cleaned up and their lives in order, I learned that it's okay to it doesn't have to be perfect, is what I'm trying to say. It's okay to be less than perfect. It's okay to be, complete is better than perfect, in my opinion. So, it doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be better than what it was. So, say your bathroom's a wreck right now, and you're just starting to get on track with trying to have a more productive week, to breaking out that planner. It's okay to go in there into the bathroom and do a very quick pickup. Anything is better than the way it was. And leaving perfection at the door is hard for me personally, and I've learned to, just let go of trying to do things perfect, of being perfect. There's nobody perfect on this planet. We all, fail at different things. Our house is not always clean. Our kids don't always act right. Our marriage is not always perfect. But it is completely okay to have things complete and not be perfect. Just do the best you can. And don't really nag yourself or feel bad about yourself if they're not perfect. Don't compare yourself to any other person. Don't compare yourself to that next door neighbor who always seems to have everything organized, or that sister who has a beautiful, perfect house. Don't compare yourself. The first thing you need to do is just focus on yourself and your family, and remember, things being complete is better than things being perfect. I don't want to say just go half-ass everything and it'll be okay. No, that's really not what I'm saying, but it is okay to not have things perfect. It just is. And not, you can strive for perfection, but I find a lot of times when you do that, you get disappointed because very seldom do we ever find perfection. So another thing that I think is important in everybody's lives is do not disturb time. Now, when I'm writing a blog post during the day and it's a big giveaway or a big thing I need to get done, I do not have my phone on. I seldom do when I'm working. At this desk downstairs, my best friend will call 4 times and I'll just say, "Are you okay? I'm working." She'll get the idea. But I find that when you're interrupted time after time after time by the telephone, doorbell, TV, kids, it's really hard. It's hard to get certain tasks done, especially if those tasks include paying bills, doing stuff that requires like a lot of thought versus physical activity. I find that do not disturb time is so important. I just don't let things interrupt me. I just simply don't. And it's taken a while. It's hard to learn to put that phone down, not be interrupted by Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all your friends online. It's easy to get caught up in the moment. But I find you get more things done so much better and, in a better time frame with things being on Do Not Disturb. My iPhone has a Do Not Disturb, so I can put that right on. All phones pretty much have that. My kids are the only ones allowed to disturb me if it's an emergency. Otherwise, if I'm busy, I'm busy. And I will have time for them later, but if I'm, working on one task, again, staying on that one task. And Do Not Disturb time can go all the way up to time with your family, time with your husband, dinner time. If we're sitting down at the kitchen table, we don't always eat together, you guys, but if we are and somebody goes to answer their phone, I just lose it. So no phones at our kitchen table. That is a do not disturb time. And I don't care if, what's happening unless it's a death or a real emergency. I don't want to be bothered, and I don't feel bad about it. So setting up some do not disturb times is very important. Sometimes husband and wives get very little time together and they need a little bit of do not disturb time in the evening. I'm not talking for sex either. I'm talking going over your day, talking about, what problems arose, what things you've got going on. All of that stuff is very, very important. And if you don't make the time for it, you won't you won't do it. So do not disturb time is important. Another thing about being productive during a particular week or a particular day is allowing yourself to take breaks. I say either work 90 minutes and take 15 or 20 minutes off to yourself, or work maybe 25 minutes and take off 5 or 10 minutes to yourself before starting the next task. Either which way, taking a break really helps. It gives you time to refresh your mind on the next task. It gives you time just to relax. And, it's important. Now, another thing is that I find very important, and there's lots of ways to implement this, is the list of once a day. So once a day, there's so many things we all have to do. Once a day, we need to feed the dog. Maybe we'll do that twice a day, really, but once a day you have to do this and do that, and make beds and all of that kind of stuff. I think it's important to have one of those lists. Now, you can find my list in my planner under the habit stickers. I love my habit stickers. They are amazing, and they remind me of those once a day tasks to get done. Another thing you could do is print off that list, put it in a sheet protector, and use just a one of those erasable markers. I forget what they're called. What are they called? One of those markers for a whiteboard, and just check things off, rub it off at the end of the evening in your nighttime routine, maybe, and you'll get where you're not having to use that as often. And I just think it's very, very important to remember your daily task, and that's part of that morning and evening routine. You can definitely put those daily tasks in those routines, but a once a day list helps a lot. So maybe that's something you want to implement for your family, or even maybe buy habit stickers or whatever you wish. Now, a lot of things that make our week less productive is simply mess. And mess basically creates stress. I mean, for anybody walking into a messy home, you're going to get stressed out. If my house is a mess, my head is a mess. That's really the golden rule. If my house is clean, I'm usually feeling put together in, mind, body, and spirit. Otherwise, it's all over the place. So even if you work outside the home, making time to clean up is important. It just is. And you'll get a lot done in that nighttime routine if you make one. But I always say that if you, can basically keep most of the dirt and dust and garbage out, the rest is pretty fast to clean up if you just get with it. If you put on the TV and you're trying to watch and tittle around, and you're not going to get much done. But if you put on that radio where you're not watching anything, you can just speed clean around your house. You can get so much done. And remember, you don't have to be perfect. It just doesn't have to be. I think another big part of my weeks being productive, no matter if I have appointments, no matter even if I did work out of the house, which I don't, is morning prep. And again, a lot of that goes into your nighttime routine. But what I talk about morning prep is making sure your car's gassed up. If you're going to put something in the crock pot for dinner, making sure that's out, making sure your homework is assigned and off with the kids to school, making sure your keys are not lost. Again, most of that stuff can be done in your nighttime routine. But I find actually starting my week on Sunday before the week actually starts is such an important time for me. Sundays, I'm getting laundry finished up. I'm starting my planning for the following week. I'm really laying a roadmap of how I want my week to be. And I really hope that some of these tips and tricks that I'm sharing with you help you get more out of your day, more out of your week. If you have any tips of your own, I would love it if you shared below in the comments, because, this is a community, and my channel alone has some of, like I said, the smartest subscribers I've ever met. I would love to read, and I'm sure a lot of my other viewers and friends would love to read your tips on having a productive week, a productive day. Whatever your tips are, I would love to hear from you. And, I don't know if this has helped any of you guys. I'm just hoping it gives you some motivations to get more out of your week, get more out of your day, and not be so stressed out in the process. So again, if you have any questions or comments, please leave those below. If you enjoyed this video, please take a minute and give me a thumbs up. Don't forget forget, you can get subscribed by clicking on my name, and it will take you to my channel if you're not already, and just click that subscribe button. And don't forget that you can check out more on my blog at kjaggers.com. All the different links that I mentioned are linked below. They will also be on that coordinating blog post, just in case you want to check it out. And again, mess creates stress. Start your week at the beginning of the week. Make a productive morning and nighttime routine. Those are so beneficial. Focus on one task at a time. Don't forget that you can say no to anything you don't want to do. Remember that, complete is better than perfect. Just get it done, and we can focus on perfection at a different time. Don't forget that we all need do not disturb time. We also need to take breaks. All of us have daily habits that we need to remember to do. Habit stickers are great for that. To-do lists are great for that. Like I said, you could just make one and print it off and check it off as you go with a erasable marker. You could also, just really organize your week out ahead of time. It just makes all the difference. It's changed my life. I promise it has. And I've been following this for years. It's nothing new, but I've come across so many people who want to know how to have a better week, how to get more stuff done. How am I going to get this done? I got so much to do, and all these kind of emails that are coming in. And I really hope this helps some of you guys. So again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and all those links are around just in case you want to check out the other videos. Leave your comments below, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Don't forget, you can totally follow me on Instagram, where I post daily pictures. I love getting to know you in the comments, and I love seeing your pictures, and it's such a fun way to interact. You can find me under K Jaggers. That link is below. You can also check out our fan page on Facebook. I share our daily blog post here, and there's an Insta feed button where you can check out our Instagram pictures here. You can also enter giveaways from here. You can leave me messages. You can chat with me through the comments. I love it. But better yet, you can always go to my blog at kjaggers.com. There's a ton of blog posts, some from way, way back, all the way to current. You can follow along in lots of different ways. There's tons of links, tons of information here. It's my home away from home. I love my blog, and I've had it for a very long time. I love that you guys interact with me through the comments, so be sure to say hi. Let me know what you thought of the video, and don't forget to follow along. All the links are below. Thanks again for watching.